Hello friends, this is Moti. Moti is a student from Universitas Gadjah Mada. Recently, Moti is learning about plants in motion, and somehow, he was interested in Thigmomotion. Thigmotropism is the directional response of a plant organ to touch or physical contact with a solid object. This directional response is generally caused by the induction of some pattern of differential growth. This statement makes Moti even more curious about Thigmo. He thought if physical contact could affect plant motion, what about other mechanical stimuli such as touch, wind, or rain? Does it also affect the growth and the development of these plants? The questions in his mind made him start reading research journals and finding out about them. And finally, he found a word named Thigmomorphogenesis. Thigmomorphogenesis refers to the influence of mechanical stimuli on plant growth and development. Many plants respond to stimuli such as wind or touch, intentionally by human beings or unintentionally by functionaries and animals. Moti was interested in this topic, especially in the case of plants' responses to touch by water from irrigation systems. This interest is because in the current era of modern agriculture has been using indoor agriculture, like greenhouse or screenhouse. He wanted to know the effect of the touch of water from the irrigation systems on plant growth. Moti decided to use a system of sprinkler irrigation and mist irrigation as a variation of treatment, and use red spinach and pak choy as research objects. After Moti consulted with her lecturer, he began compiling his research methodology and preparing to begin his research about Thigmomorphogenesis. First step, Moti built his screenhouse with 4 meters for the length, 5 meters for the width, and 4 meters for the total height. And for the irrigation system, he put it above the plant with 6 nozzles for each irrigation treatment. That 6 nozzles separated in 2 lines. This nozzle is connected by lateral pipe with a valve. And then the screenhouse is covered by a UV plastic for the roof and mesh screen for the body or the wall. And the screenhouse is separated by a UV screen to separate the area of treatment. And of course, he used sprinkle nozzle for sprinkle irrigation system and mist nozzle for mist irrigation system. And for the water supply, Moti used a water tank. And the water tank connected to the screenhouse through a valve, a filter, and a pump. So, this is the screenhouse. After that, Moti seeded the red spinach and pak choy seeds for about 2 weeks, and moved them to a poly bag and put into the screenhouse. Each irrigation treatment contain 46 samples, 23 samples for red spinach, and 23 samples of pak choi. Do not forget, the irrigation system was already calibrated in order to know the water discharge, watering time, and grain size in each irrigation treatment, such as the number of water grains, water grain mass, and grain diameter. Moti is always diligent in caring for the plants. Every day, he never forgets to water his plants according to their irrigation treatments. Then, Moti took data on plant height and number of leaves in each plant sample for 46 days. And on the 46th day, Moti collected data on leaf area, plant weight, and root length. After 46 days, Moti finally completed his research. After that, Moti processed all the data he get, and based on the data that Moti obtained, the results are: sprinkler irrigation systems have a smaller number of grains per second than a mist irrigation system, but sprinkler irrigation has a mass and grain diameter higher than mist irrigation. Then, in the case of Thigmomorphogenesis in red spinach plants, for sprinkler irrigation treatment, this plant has a higher plant height and higher number of leaves than red spinach plants in mist irrigation treatment. Then, the red spinach plant on sprinkler irrigation also has a higher leaf area and higher plant weight than the spinach plant on mist irrigation. Then, in the case of pak choi plant Thigmomorphogenesis, this plant also has a higher plant height and higher number of leaves in the sprinkler irrigation treatment. However, for leaf area and plant weight variables, pak choi plants in mist irrigation treatment have a higher value. According to the research journals that Moti had read before, this was due to the very large quantity droplets of mist irrigation touching and evenly covering the surface of the pak choi leaves. And because of that, the pak choi plant struggles to carry out photosynthesis. And the response of the pak choi plants is to widen the leaves. So, that's the results of Moti's research. He is so happy because he finally did it, and he can prove that mechanical stimuli from irrigation system could affect the plants. So, that's it for Moti. Moti hopes his research can help many people. See you again, friends, and thank you for watching.